lot of the narratives and misconceptions we see today about each country is through media. So we really wanted to switch those ideas around, focusing on genuine connection and the common goals between the two countries.
There's a lot of negative connotations about each country, and also a lot of bias, and there's just not a lot of context given to why things are the way they are or anything like that. So it really leads to a limited understanding for most average everyday American and Chinese citizens.
Our real idea is basically an undergraduate cultural and language immersion program that focuses on media, language, and society. Chinese and American students would pair up at the beginning, equal numbers of each. And each would host the other, act as a language partner and a cultural guide throughout.
Our impact will not only be short-term, but also long-term, because we prepare students for careers in journalism, diplomacy, and other things so that they could be able to continue this work in the future to improve US-China relationship.
China and the United States are the world's two biggest gas emitters. So any attempt to address the climate crisis will need to involve deep emission cuts.
We plan on designing a smart machine that can recognize different types of waste and assign points to people who correctly classify and dispose of them.
For every points they earn, they can redeem them for the coupons or discounts on their favorite stores.
Our goal is to reduce toxins in our shared environment and make a positive environmental impact while engaging citizens from both China and the US.
So our solution is a model of using a lecture or a workshop focused on two comparable regions from the US and China, with the goal of increasing familiarity and ultimately positive perceptions between the populations of both regions. We also hope that by increasing positive social perceptions in the general population, we'll also be able to increase positive political outcomes.
In telling the stories and looking for similarities between the two cultures, we are building a virtual bridge between China and USA.
So love of food is a commonality shared across all cultures. Food acts to connect us with our beliefs, ethnicities, traditions, and cultural heritage. So our proposal looks at increasing the exposure of US and Chinese students to each other's cultures through a social media and dining campaign centered on our cultural foods.
We like to share international perspectives to develop intercultural communication among both international students and Western American students, allowing for a space for non-Western perspectives of Chinese culture to flourish, promoting deeper and more nuanced understandings of Chinese culture.
We are incredibly honored to present the Gopher Sphere, a friends-based social network implementable at the university level that has the potential to improve cross-cultural understanding through holistic student engagement at the University of Minnesota.
All group activities feature the cultural exchange between American and Chinese students, encouraging them to step out of their comfort zone and mix and mingle with each other. For Chinese students like Alice, activities at Gopher Sphere encourage them to open up, to communicate and break stereotypes of China and Chinese students. For US students like Eric, Gopher Sphere gives them the opportunity to learn about Chinese culture and improve their understanding of China.